Hi everybody! The automobile industry has historically been one of the most competitive industries in the world. In spite of being an extremely capital intensive industry, the margins are thin, the risk is high, and the industry in general is extremely vulnerable to both technological disruptions and global forces. While on one hand you will see that even the biggest companies in the automotive industry fail within no time, on the other hand we've got companies that will even indulge in malpractices just to be ahead in the game. But even in this super competitive market, there is one extraordinary company that has stood by its ethics and has even gone one step ahead to help its competition just so that normal people like you and me can be saved from being killed. And the generosity of this company is responsible for saving 1 million lives already. This wonderful company that I'm talking about is none other than the Swedish car maker Volvo. And regardless of which domain you belong to, if you only learn and apply Volvo's business strategies to your business, you will be able to build, if not the biggest, at least the most valuable brand in your domain. The iconic story of Volvo dates back to the 1950s when the automotive industry was as revolutionary as internet today. But the major problem was that with the increase in the number of vehicles, even the number of accidents was rising. And every now and then, these accidents even made headlines. So every automobile company was spending millions of dollars just to make cars safer, because they knew that if their invention clicked, it would be the perfect opportunity for them to become the number one company in the market. But after working day in and day out, and after hundreds of failed iterations, a Volvo engineer by the name Nils Bohlin came out with the invention of something called the 3-point seatbelt. And as soon as it came to the market, every automaker in the market knew that, considering the fear in the minds of the people, Volvo could easily use the invention of the 3-point seatbelt to prove and project itself as the safest car manufacturer in the world. Eventually, it can go on to become the number one player in the market effortlessly. But you know what? Volvo gave away its patent for the seatbelts at no cost at all. In fact, they gifted it to their competitors and even encouraged mass adoption. Now, just to put that into perspective, a standard industrial norm is that great patents offer you a defensible advantage over your rivals, which gives you 20 years of monopoly rights in the US. If you remember, these patents are the reason why Gillette was able to become a billion-dollar company and was able to remain a market leader for 20 years. In this case, even if Volvo charged a nominal $10 in royalty for every car that their competitor manufactured, with 40 million cars coming on road, that would make them $400 million in profit without manufacturing a single car. And yet, they chose to give it away. And since then, the 3-point seatbelt has saved more than 1 million lives, which makes it one of the most important inventions of the century. And since then, they have made pioneering inventions like the laminated glass plate that doesn't shatter when broken, like the booster cushion that could save the lives of 4-year-old children during the times of accident. And fast forward to the modern day, they are now sharing 40 years of their accident and design research data with all of their competitors, just so that regardless of their rivalry, every brand could make safer cars for everyone. This is what brings us to the first lesson to be learned from Volvo, and that is conscious capitalism. As in, you can go on to make a ton of money by building a business, that's completely fine. But the one thing you need to make sure is that the money that you're making should not come due to the harm caused to the society. This is very, very important because in today's world, while we have got highly dangerous and toxic companies like Byju's, we desperately need companies that can maintain their ethical standards while they do business. The second aspect of Volvo's safety obsession is branding. If you look at the safety measures that Volvo takes, you will be stunned to realize that Volvo abides by such high safety standards that even the safety boards do not conduct any such test for that level of safety. This is the reason why Volvo is one of the rare companies to get 5-star ratings for their safety. And the reason why Volvo does all of this is because their vision is that safety should become synonymous with the name of Volvo. As in, the first brand that a customer must think about when they think about safety must be Volvo. This is what we call as establishing the determinant benefit of the brand. As in, the singular attribute that separates you from the competition. And they have done such amazing work that time and again, YouTube videos go viral wherein Volvo cars and trucks have saved people who were in such an extreme scenario that had it been some other vehicle, they would have been killed within a blink of an eye. And the most astonishing fact of all is that after selling 50,000 units since the past 16 years, no one has died in the Volvo XC90 model. And this is what brings me to the third aspect of extraordinary brand building, and that is going the extra mile. In 2015, Volvo took its idea of safety beyond cars when they realized that every year 19,000 cyclists in the UK encounter accidental situations. And this was because the car drivers were not able to see the cyclists. So they partnered with a startup company and designed something called the Life Paint. This was a special reflective paint which reacted to the car lights and could make cyclists visible even during night time. And they gave away a lot of these paints for free at the most popular cycle outlets. And guess what? Within a week, they sold 20,000 Life Paints. And the campaign generated so much online buzz that the YouTube video got 4 million views in just 21 days. And the campaign generated 130 million global media impressions with no media expenditure. And now Volvo has the vision to extend its initiative towards the safety of the planet by adopting to clean fuel. This is the reason why Volvo commands a ton of brand loyalty among the European consumers. And they have positioned themselves so well that tomorrow if a father wants to gift a car to his daughter, the first brand that he's going to prefer would be Volvo. Now there are three very important lessons that we can learn and apply to our domain to build an extraordinary brand. The first lesson is about abiding by conscious capitalism. We all as entrepreneurs need to realize that as much as it is important to leverage the internet and the global economy to build and scale our business, it is equally important that we take responsibility to not make money through unethical means. And if you want to build a great brand, money should always be used as a fuel to grow your business rather than being the fundamental purpose of its existence. So do make a ton of money, just do it the right way. Secondly, you need to constantly keep asking yourself throughout your business journey as to how are you reinforcing the idea of your determinant brand benefit in the minds of your consumers. And when you execute upon those pointers, you will begin to realize that slowly and steadily your customers are becoming more and more loyal towards your brand. And last and most importantly, while every single player in the market is trying to be the best in the game by more or less doing similar things, you got to ask yourself, how are you going the extra mile to serve your customers? And trust me, it doesn't matter how small or big that move is. If you go the extra mile, that is enough to separate you from the herd. Because at the end of the day, the only difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. In this case, it would be that one gesture, one act of service towards your customers that will make all the difference in the world. That's all from my side for today, guys. If you learned something valuable, please make sure to hit the like button in order to help the YouTube algorithm. And for more such insightful business case studies, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye bye.